Okay, this is the last minute thing. I'm going to introduce Dagger because they say he can't talk anymore. I know, yeah. He's such a great singer. Okay, we're going to listen to Dagger's presentation. Dagger Cavas is South American Sales and Marketing VP for Civil Logistics. This is a provider of supply chain solutions. He's responsible for the region's sales and business development strategies. He's in charge of account supervision, new product rollout, and budget. He's also been chosen coach for the Latin American sales team, and he's in charge of training and monitoring. Even though he's a civil engineer, he started in logistics a long time ago at a very early age.
Not that early.
Not that early. Come on. How old are you? Like 25?
Okay, well, let me ask you something. How many languages do we have here today? Like, how many languages do you guys speak here?
I speak like 5, but
We have Portuguese, Spanish. I've heard some German here or something.
German.
Okay. Dutch.
Dutch.
Swedish, I guess.
Well, what I'm going to try to do here today is kind of conversation with you all, and I want to present how the business I work for, the market I work for has evolved during the last 50 years. You guys have heard something about logistics. Most of you, or probably part of you, don't know exactly what logistics means and transportation and everything, and how did this market get from transportation to logistics. So what I'm going to try to do is to give you an overview of how this market went the last 50 years, and I want to kind of like open some discussion with you and kind of link this market with your market. Okay? So I'm very passionate for my market. If I get too boring, too detailed, please stop me, okay? Please. What I'm going to try to do is just to give you a brief overview of the logistics market in the world. Okay? So I see that we have people from Europe. Do we have anyone from the US here? Okay, so you guys, I tried to give an overview of the worldwide logistic evolution, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, so we have some words that you guys. Let me first say something. I've learned English with French people. I lived with a friend of mine who worked with me, who was Texan for like 3 years. So my English is really a mix of accents. If you guys don't understand my English, please stop me. We have like these 3 basic things on the logistics and the supply chain and the transport. Transport is basically the movement from one point to the other point. The logistics is more a concept of flows of goods, flow of material, and kind of like flow of information as well. I'm going to discuss about that. And the supply chain is more not only the transport, not only the logistics, but also when you think about the suppliers and the vendors and the clients that our clients have. So it's a kind of more generic, general view of the transportation and the logistics. So the agenda, I'm going to give you, as I'm a sales guy, I have to give an introduction of my company. And it's really quick. It's only 23 slides. And I'm going to give you an overview of the logistic market evolution. The challenge that we have for growth, we have a lot of challenges from now on. Kind of summary, and the topic that you're going to most like here is the food for thought, which is kind of a link to the translation and localization market. Okay? So, let's go. SIVA. Does anyone know this one of these logos here? TNT. Probably you guys know TNT.
Yeah.
Who's from Netherlands here? So you know quite well, right? Okay, so the company I work for today is called SIVA, and it's a merge of an American company called ETL and the TNT Logistics which was part of the TNT group. If you see TNT there in your country, it's not the same company that you see here. TNT still exists, and this company bought, my company, SIVA, bought part of the TNT group. And the name SIVA, don't ask me why we get to this name. Because there was a guy, I'm an engineer, and I'm also a mathematician, and there was a guy, this Giovanni Ceva, never heard about him. He discovered something about the triangle and etc. And some marketing guy found out this name and found it great, so he gave the name of SIVA. But don't ask me what SIVA means. There is no meaning of SIVA. We are today a 6.3 billion euro company. We have more than almost actually 60,000 employees in the world, in almost 1,200 locations, and present in more than 100 countries. Okay. That was the one logistic market evolution. That's what I want. I would like to have 2 volunteers here. Who wants to be a volunteer?
So we have
You don't need to sing. You don't need to do anything fancy. Just need to. You can do one. So you're gonna be the point of sale. Okay, the final customer. And I want another volunteer. Another lady.
Another lady.
Oh, okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so you're going to be the factory. Boring for you, it's not a factory, but that's okay. So, before the 40s, that's basically the way that the cargo was moving from one point to the other. Sorry, what's his name? Facundo. Okay, Facundo was. Cecilia was buying something from Facundo. Let's suppose that Cecilia at that time. Well, there was no mics at that time, but let's suppose there was mics at the time. But 40s probably were mics, yeah. And so she was producing this, and Facundo was providing her tools and pieces for the construction of the microphone. Okay? Something like this. But what Facundo did before the 40s is that when she had to produce like 300 mics, he was going to provide parts and pieces to her. And he was going to deliver directly from here to here. No one in the middle of that. But there was another guy in the middle of that, and I want another volunteer. Amen, please. Who can be another volunteer? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. So there was another guy here, and your name is going to be Mr. Trucker. Okay? Then, Mr. Trucker, he had a truck, and he found out that he could do something for these guys, because this guy didn't want you to bring stuff and bring back and bring. He wanted to produce. He wanted to produce, and the thing of moving was not good. So Mr. Trucker, after the 40s, he started to transport. He told Cecilia, "Look, Cecilia, you have that Facundo as your partner. Let me bring the stuff for you. You don't need to pick there, or he doesn't need to deliver that for you. Let me do that for you." So that's when we started the freight concept. It was basic freight, pure freight, nothing fancy, and to the 40s. On the 50s, good point. On this 1940 to 1950, this whole market of transportation was about 10 billion euros, okay? The whole market. And I'm saying US and Europe basically. In South America, we still had nothing here in the 40s, right? What did we have in Argentina or Brazil? Exactly, good point. And horses, they didn't have trucks, that's true. So, the 50s, there was something different. What happened is that Cecilia was selling so much stuff to the points of sales. There were many other point of sales that she didn't have a space on her warehouse to sell to her customers. So she needed to have like a buffer stock, like a warehouse to manage, and she produced it. She put in the stock, and as soon as the customer asked her something, she would provide to the customer. Let's suppose you are the customers of Cecilia, okay?